Welcome, sportsman. John Bergsman here from the Fisherman's Digest with a lake review. And this lake review is going to be of Little Badenoch up in the Escanaba region of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. You know, for years, Escanaba was known as one of the walleye capital spots of the entire Midwest. But recently, guys from the Bassmasters and the FLW have shown us that Escanaba is actually possibly one of the better smallmouth bass fisheries anywhere in America. Now, Little Badenoch and the outer bay leading out down south towards Green Bay remain very good walleye fishing spots. But the perch fishery has been coming back through cormorant control, as well as the northern pike fishery. But the smallmouth bass fishery, that's what we're talking about today. Big smallmouth, 4 and 5, even 6-pound smallmouth are not unusual on a day-by-day basis here on Little Badenoch. The cool thing about this is that Little Badenoch, even though it's connected directly to Lake Michigan, really offers a protected, sheltered from the wind ecosystem all to itself. From basically the Escanaba across to the point in all the way up to the mouth of the Days River, you have a very, very sheltered ecosystem. And from the Gladstone Narrows up to the Days River, you basically have the equivalent of nothing more than a large lake. So you've got protection from the wind, which is critical whenever you're going to a Great Lakes body of water. And structure, let me tell you, the small inner part of Little Badenoch offers structure everywhere. Pilings, points, sand slopes, sand bars, weeds, center reef, first reef, second reef, third reef, rock structures that are a fish magnet and a smallmouth bass magnet as well. How do you fish for these smallmouth bass? You know, I've been asked that question many times. And truthfully, this is one of the easiest places I've ever gone and fished. It is so traditional. If you're a smallmouth bass fisherman that enjoys pitching a tube, throwing a drop shot, or throwing a soft plastic, you can fish and be extraordinarily effective here on Little Badenoch. I fish most of my time with a tube because it is just so effective. And Strike King makes a really cool coffee tube that we call Big Ugly, which is basically a green pumpkin with gold fleck. And it really closely mimics a goby. And there's just a ton of gobies in all Great Lakes systems now. And smallmouth bass are really efficient goby feeders. And basically, you're working point structures, you're starting at the top of the point, and you're gonna work just like a normal smallmouth bass presentation. Starting shallow, working deep. Now, in the spring of the year, the smallmouth bass tend to yard up in the way top of the bay, close to the rivers that dump in, whether it's the Ogonce or the Days River. Those rivers are pumping out warm water into cooler water, and it's going to bring the smallmouth right up on the sand flats. And that's really premium time to throw soft plastics and slow work them, twitch them. A tube works really well in that circumstance. As the fishing goes to summer, you're simply dropping off the ledges and fishing deeper in those same areas. The cool thing is with the huge number of perch in the bay and the tremendous number of gobies, the smallmouth don't need to migrate. They don't need to leave. In fact, they don't leave. You can catch those same fish from early spring fishing, the minute it opens, all the way until it's so cold you can't stand it in November. The fishing is fantastic here for smallmouth bass. So if you're looking for a spot to go for a 2 or 3 day weekend excursion, and you're really looking to have an opportunity to catch a trophy smallmouth bass, Escanaba region and Little Badenoch has got to be on that bucket list for you of places to hook up your boat and go, because this is the real deal when it comes to smallmouth bass fishing. This is John Bergsman with Fisherman's Digest. For more information, check us out online or watch one of our many videos right here on thefishermansdigest.com. You know, when you come up to the Escanaba region, there's a couple of really accommodating places that really open their arms and embrace fishermen's business. One of them sits right on the bay, looking out over Little Badenoch, and that's the Terrace Bay. The Terrace Bay is unique because it has been catering to fishermen for years, even to the point that the Terrace Bay, which is a really pretty upscale accommodations place, has a fish cleaning facility, which is really unique for a hotel that size. I really love this place because you get great views of the water, and when you're not out fishing, you can sit on your room and open up the window blinds and see Little Bay de Noc. It offers also close proximity in either direction, whether you're going to go eat in Gladstone or bust up into Escanaba. The Terrace Bay sits right in between those two towns, right off the Highway 2, and it's very easy access. The other thing, tons of parking, a huge parking lot. So if you go there with your rig and your boat, you can pull in and not fight with people for parking. Another really great spot to stop has the same basic scenario, and that is the Quality Inn of Escanaba. You know, the Quality Inn has been our closed captioning sponsor since day one of the show, and we're great friends. And David Goldthorpe has a huge commitment to the towns that his hotels are in. And the Quality Inn is a first-rate accommodations location, plenty of parking, clean, comfortable rooms at an affordable price, a full bar, and they also offer catering and banquet facilities as well. You know, the Terrace Bay and the Quality Inn, two places that give you great options for when you come and stay here in Escanaba, Michigan.